Sometimes running away seemed easier than facing it all. A new day, a new year, anything to escape the dread of it all. Though that didn't stop those intruding glares sneaking through the curtains. The sun shook the crude town out of its slumber. In a rundown town called Willow Ridge, the date struck August 31st, 1998. The first day of school for our lovely protagonist, resting in the depths of his bedroom. The air was warm and humid. Cigarette ashes and a soft metal odor reeked the life out of whoever dared to enter. Darkness swallowed it whole. Stolen road signs and posters only revealed themselves through the slimmer of light peering through the window. Scattered clothing tormented the pulled wooden floor as unfinished wood carvings mocked its presence. With that, a faint ambience of static crunched from an old TV stacked on top of a beat-up dresser, complementing the ratchet extent. A groan disturbed the quiet, emanating from a dusty mattress that hid in the corner, disrupting the peace.
You gotta be fucking me.
An anthropomorphic lynx cat pushed off the concealing covers. They were so heavy he almost didn't want to get up. Light gray fur coated his body, his deep blue eyes and black stripes camouflaging in the dark. He stood tall and shirtless, only a dog-tag necklace resting on his chest. Growing old was the least of his worries, as his body was thin and slim, looking around 18. The front of his hair hung ahead of his gaze, an elastic holding the back in a ponytail. Looking like a sissy was the last thing he wanted, so ear and eyebrow piercings were a must. He threw on the nearest black tank top he could find, pulling ripped jeans up to his low waist. Making sure he didn't risk getting pantsed, he strapped on a brown belt, its metal buckle almost rusting. An unfinished outfit wasn't an option, so he flung on his favorite leather jacket to top it all off. Before leaving, however, he made sure to stuff his favorite switchblade in his pocket, taking it with him everywhere he went. With that, he went on his merry way to finish his morning routine, giving himself a devilish smirk in the bathroom mirror while running his fingers through his hair.
Looking good, Alex.
Though his ego stroking came to an end as he made his way to the kitchen. Flooded with an unbearable amount of old antiques and irritating hippie decor.
What's good, little man?
A mellow, middle-aged woman's voice whistled from the stove, where she prepared sweet potato hash and sunny-side fried eggs. She was a beige ewe, rocking curly blonde hair that reached down an inch below her shoulders. The exotic woman wore a flowy crop top and a two-slit maxi skirt in different shades of a mystic purple. Her golden jewelry praised her striking eyeshadow, an intriguing aura swaying around her like the inside of a crystal ball. Alex rolled his eyes.
I'm not little anymore, Sophia.
That's mother to you.
She teased, swaying her hips from side to side.
Yeah, whatever.
He mumbled, crossing his arms.
So, how you feeling about your first day of senior year, hotshot? You gonna pick up any ladies?
A distasteful expression painted his face.
Oh, get bent, Sophia, like I'm telling you my shit.
The woman gave a frown as her throat tightened before looking away from him. To her surprise, Alex made his way up to the door, barely looking back at her.
Later.
The ewe shot up.
You don't want any breakfast before heading out?
I'm not hungry.
As he turned the handle on the door, the lady's teeth grit together as she held the pan in her hand tighter.
Well,
She paused, her fingers straining.
I made it just for you, you know? For you last year and all.
Fucking Christ, if I try the damn thing, will you let me go?
The pan started to burn her hands as her breathing quivered.
No, I don't.
She sighed, her hair hiding her face.
I don't want to force you. Just go. We'll, talk later.
The knob shook before falling silent, echoing on the walls.
Sophia,
The U shot up, her eyes screaming, pleading on their knees.
I gotta go.
The door shut behind Alex, loneliness slithering around him like a venomous snake. This is what he wanted. So why? Why did it feel like his heart was sinking into his chest? Like a pair of hands were around his neck. His veins trembled as he glared at the somber sky, booting pebbles across the ground.
Motherfucker! What the fuck is your problem?
His fists clenched as he flung his hands down to his sides.
Poor woman already struggles enough with your sorry ass!
He screamed.
Making her beg to be treated with some fucking decency. The least you could have done was eat the fucking thing!
All he could do was stand in place before letting out a sharp sigh, closing his eyes. He tisked before glancing at his motorcycle near the garage. Driving seemed pointless when school was so close, so he set foot, starting his walk. Peering down at the concrete, its jagged carves dug at his boots. Typical. He didn't know the last time they were redone. Looking at the town dried the roof of his mouth. At least the excessive trees gave the place some color. Yet a familiar place stole his attention, its overgrown grass intruding his vision. Greenfield Park. His tongue tasted sour from looking at the place. Nausea creeping up his nape. Paint chipped on the once colorful stairs of the playground while chains held the swings tight. Emptiness echoed throughout the slides. Nothing but puddles keeping them company. Though, all he could focus on was where the park's metal picket fence laid, denying any drop of freedom to whoever got trapped inside. It was hidden in shadows, trees hanging over the bars like pleading prisoners.
That damn picket fence.
He looked away, almost gagging, gripping the blade in his pocket harshly. Its iron properties made him shiver as its screws stabbed the rims of his palms like icicles. Cold, chilled metal. A feeling far too recognizable. He let go in a panic, his body aching for warmth. He sworn to never mention what was on the other side of the fence again, never even acknowledging that it was there at all.
Ah!
A groan escaped his lips as he quickened his pace, darting his arms into a crossed position. It didn't matter. No, not anymore. Sounds of chatter and laughter filled the air as they led to a building called Northwood High School. Its red bricks looked as if they would collapse at any moment. A stench of copper reeked throughout the area, leaving a musky taste in his mouth. Yet its decaying nature felt nostalgic to his mind. What place wouldn't after spending so much time there? He almost got lost in his thoughts again before a yell echoed in the distance.
Alex! Over here!
A cheerful van cat darted towards Alex, wearing black trip pants with orange accents. His outfit consisted of a crop top exposing his lower stomach with a contrasting jacket hiding his arms. Neon goggles rested on his forehead with spiky hair peeking from behind them. To top off his jagged aesthetic, his claws were razor sharp, carrying a skateboard with pride. The boy looked straight out of a rave. When he arrived, he extended his hand out for a dap, striking a smile on Alex.
What's shaking, Max?
Alex beamed, bumping Max's fist.
Dude, not much.
He cheered.
God, I'm just so happy to see you, honestly. I was dying just waiting for you.
Alex grinned while holding his side.
Yeah, I can imagine. This place sucks ass. Makes me glad I found you right when I did.
Your dumbass can't go 5 minutes without complaining about school, huh?
He laughed, playfully punching his arm.
Nah, I get it. I'd lose if I had to stay here alone too.
Alex's cheeks lit up as he let out a chuckle.
Oh, bag your face.
The two boys exploded with laughter, not caring about who or what heard them. Somehow, things suddenly seemed okay as Alex's shoulders relaxed, warmth returning to his body.
But really, can you believe it? We're finally seniors! I can't believe it's our last year here!
Max gushed.
Well, I guess it is pretty crazy.
Alex admitted.
I just hope nothing will make it more of a hassle than it already is.
Max nudged Alex on his side, looking into his eyes.
Hey, line up! You know I'll be right by your side no matter what happens.
He reassured.
Besides, what's one last year anyway? Can't be that bad.
Alex simpered at the remark. He was right. They've been through it all before. What can get in their way after all this time? That's what he thought, at least, before hearing a roaring voice shout behind him. A fennec fox wearing a black denim vest ruthlessly held the freshman by the collar of their shirt. His ears were covered in piercings, black chains and belts complementing his edgy persona.
Please, wait.
Nice! The only clothing with color on his body was his dark red shirt, ripped at the sleeves. Alex never saw him around before. He peered up trying to get a better look at him, but the guy's long spiky hair covered his face.
Is he new?
Max asked, nervously putting his hands in his pockets.
Hell if I know. The fuck's his problem anyway?
Beats me. But what about that kid? Should we help him?
Alex crossed his arms, taking another look at the fox.
I don't know. It ain't really our business, Max.
He answered.
Besides, this guy looks like a total lunatic. Another problem is the last thing I want on my mind right now.
Can't we do something at least? Maybe I can get a teacher.
Alex let out a groan.
You really want to be a snitch? What happens when he finds out your ass ratted him out?
I don't know, but we can't just leave the poor kid.
Max cried.
He could get hurt.
Alex sighed, looking back over at Max.
Will it make you feel better if I butt in? Scare him off or something?
Maybe.
Max hesitated.
Just don't do anything too violent, okay? I don't want anyone to get hurt.
Alex smiled, giving Max a noogie.
You're such a fucking pansy sometimes, you know that?
Max grinned, playfully pushing Alex off him.
Yeah, whatever. Just go do your thing so we can bounce.
Alex slowly crept closer to the fox while Max followed behind him. Something about this guy didn't sit right with him. He wasn't here all the other years Alex attended Northwood, so why was he showing up now? He pushed the feeling aside. What did it matter anyway? After this, he'll never see the guy again. It was just another day. Just a new year.
Hey, asshole! You got a problem?
Alex called out with his arms crossed. The fox turned around. His right eye hid behind the depths of his hair. But Alex knew far too well that it can see him. Its green iris staring him down. You!